Oh, geez, oh man. How about Zendaya and Tom Holland? Man, what an update. They're married. I love that secrecy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're pretty amazing. What else could be in store for them? Let's do an update on this power couple. Okay, so hi all. It's Lori from Numerology with Lori. Please like and subscribe. And click that bell icon drop down to all because you don't want YouTube telling you what videos you can watch. You want to make that decision yourself. So thank you very much. Really appreciate you being here. So I did a numerology reading for Zendaya and Tom Holland released on June 4th. I think it was the 4th. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, on June 16th, they announced the marriage. Oh my gosh. So I looked around on Google. I didn't spend a lot of time. I'm not sure what time, what day they actually got married. So if you know, please put it in the in the comments down below. That would be so cool to know that. So anyway, I still have their chart drawn up because it took me so long. I hate to get rid of these. So this is the information that I got for, for Zendaya and for Tom Holland. But what I'm mostly interested in are the pinnacles that are related to their birth dates. So there's the first pinnacle, there's the second pinnacle, there's Tom's pinnacles and his challenges. So let's check that out. So, yeah, so they announced they were married at the Spider-Man opening. I'm pretty sure that's what I've read. So I was really surprised. Were you? I'd be interested in what you have to say down below in the comments. So I opened the community page here and I asked about this event because I seriously was shocked to see too if anybody else was interested in an update on their videos, on their numerology video. So I did get a few people that reached out, but specifically one person asked me if we'd be seeing a baby in the future. Ooh, I didn't think about that. And I thought first I was going to need to maybe use some clairvoyance. I try to tend to leave this to numerology, but what's interesting is I looked at the pinnacles. So let's see. Both Tom down here and Zendaya have an 8-6 in their pinnacle and their challenge. So the challenge is a 6 for both of them. That is fascinating to me. So that's where I want to concentrate today on that second pinnacle. I'll probably do a little bit more, but let's talk about that. So Zendaya and Tom have the same pinnacle and challenge in their second section. So there's an 8 pinnacle and a 6 challenge. Zendaya is an 8 life path, where Tom is a 5. That's interesting. The difference is a 3, so they need to communicate well. That seems like something that they do. I just watched a video on 3 different things that Zendaya asked Tom to do when they go on some sort of event together, to hold her hand, to make sure she's not left alone, that sort of thing, which I thought was a really good method of communication for her. So there were 3 things. She said, please do this, please do that, and please do this. That's communication. That's a real key. Uh, and that tells me that that's good for their relationship, their marriage. It's especially the fact that they are so in love. That's just amazing to me. But anyway, so this means that their pinnacles start at different ages, though. So hers is based all pinnacles and challenges are based on the age of 36. So depends on we haven't talked about this before, so listen up. It all starts at the age of 36. The life path is then subtracted from that 36. So Zendaya, if you take the 8 and subtract that from the 36, she begins her first or ends her first period at about age 28 to 29. Tom, on the other hand, is you take the 36 and subtract 5. So he ends his first pinnacle at about age 31, 32, which means that both of them start their second pinnacle at little bit different ages. It could be around 3 years, the difference between the 8 life path and the 5 life path, right? 3 years. So Zendaya starts let me turn this upside down, her second pinnacle at age 29 to 30, which makes perfect sense based on what we just talked about. So she started now, and she's going to go for about 9 years. The second and third pinnacle each have 9 years attached to them. So each one of them gets that. Now, Tom starts this pinnacle at about age 31 to 32. And I use those ages roughly because we know he stopped somewhere between age 30 to 31. So, which means he'll start between the ages of 32, 31 and 32. So, and it's just an estimate. It's just an estimate, but we know around there is when they'll start. Now, the thing is they're going to be about a year or so different, which is okay. So she's working on it now. She's working there now. They just got married. That's a six event. That's love, marriage, relationship. So that's something that happened right now. Are they talking about children? So I feel like Tom has he has a lot of work going on. And so does Zendaya. So does Zendaya. But he's right now he's right in the middle of this new movie that's happening for Spider-Man. And they do want to start a family though. But they're being smart and they're discussing it, which is really important. And that's a Zendaya thing because she's an 8. She's an 8 life path. So she likes to discuss everything, especially right now. That's good. So they want to start a family, but the 6 is in both of their second pinnacles in the challenge area. So it means that the timing isn't quite right. The timing, ooh, I got chills just thinking about it. The timing is a little bit off, like, and we know that talking about when they each start that second pinnacle is the first of it. The second of it is, are they ready for it as a couple? And they just got married, so let's give them a little bit of time. But I'm betting. So they each have 9 years in this period, which means they have about 6 years together. That's important. So I believe the desire is there, but at least the first year won't work. It won't, and that's okay. That's good. So we can assume that if Tom and Zendaya want to start a family, they will start it probably about age 32. This will give them a few years as a married couple, but a few years to want a family, which, as we know, is in their pinnacles and challenges. Yep. So they both have the power and control over their family dynamic, meaning so power and control is not negative until you work it that way. So chances are they're going to work it positively. So if they have power and control over their family issues, they're also going to have this 6 dynamic that's happening. It's there. It is right there. They just need to get comfortable with it. And I feel like about age 32, and I also feel like they might have 2 children. I'm not sure what the sexes will be, but 2 children. I do get the sense that they're girls, but I'm not sure. So let's wait and see what happens. It feels like the 6 in the challenge placement will help them to plan the actual event instead of rushing in. They are ready. So that's important to know. That makes me feel very comfortable and it makes me smile. So that's good. Now remember, they have 9 years here, but only six together with this 8 and 6. Okay. So we talked about this with just a few minutes ago. Based on the starting ages, Zendaya ends her second period at about age 38 to 39. Will they have more than one child in this period? It looks like they might have two. Just talked about that. That's really fascinating. So Zendaya enters her third pinnacle, uh, which I think is a 1. So let me just double check. Zendaya pinnacle, where are we? Her second pin, I'm sorry, her third pinnacle is a 9. So her third pinnacle is a 9. I just didn't write it clear enough here. With a 2 challenge. And that starts at about age 39 for her. So it's a few years off. And I'm just discussing it briefly because most of what we needed to discuss, we talked about already, some of the updates. So, and especially about family. But this is important to me because I feel like it talks a little bit about Zendaya, knowing where she'll be in some of these other pinnacles. It's important to look at this one. So as a 9, so Tom will start a 6 pinnacle with a 1 challenge at about age 41. So they're close. She's at about age 39, he's at about 41. Now remember, there's that it could be 41, 42. And with her, it could be 39, 40. It depends on the age, on the actual start date of the third period. He's feeling very family oriented, which is a good thing. And she's feeling as if she needs to let go of some things. So it's possible that she still has people coming at her to start in certain roles. Let's face it, the last time we did um, the reading on the two of them, we found out that she is listed as the top. Let me see if I can find this. I wrote this down, the top 100 most influential people in the world. That's global. So if that's the case, it makes me feel like, okay, now it makes sense that she wants to let some things go. It makes perfect sense to me. So she needs to let go of. Okay, so she may focus on family at this point, which I find really fascinating. I find that very fascinating. And it makes perfect sense. So her desires are to stay closer to home, and she's going to let Tom have the spotlight. So that's a good thing because they are both very spotlight oriented people. She's happier at home. That's the thing. And you can see that in, even though she is happy now, when she starts a family, she's going to blossom. She's just going to blossom as a mom, which is, that's important. And hey, they're going to be able to. So why not? Why not? Tom still has some confidence issues, but he'll be working on that. And Zendaya makes it a bit easier. She helps him with that, which I think is fascinating. So in fact, his fourth pinnacle is a 4. Now he'll also have the 1 challenge, which means that those self-confidence issues will kind of stay with him. But I feel like he's going to be working harder, and it's a, sorry, my dog is making some noise here. I hope you can't hear. So but anyway, that's a good thing, which means that he'll have plenty of work to do. He'll be working as very, very hard as a human being. Zendaya will have a 7 and a 2 challenge in her fourth period, in her fourth pinnacle period. So beginning about age 48. So that's a little bit younger than most, but that's when she'll have it. And this may be more of a spiritual awakening for her. It might be more of a spiritual time. She'll be focused on home and family while providing analytical and observational reactions for everyone, for Tom, for her children. So we may see her move into behind the scenes roles also when she's working. So we'll see what happens there. I'm not really too sure about that, but I'm thrilled for both of them. I feel like they are together. I don't see anything in their pinnacles or challenges that indicate that they will not stay together. I'm sure we all want the best for them. I hope you get some insight in this video because I did in just researching it. So please leave a comment or a question. And please remember that if you want your numbers read, so if you want me to do the five core numbers, feel free to reach out to me at loriintuitivenumerologist.com. That's my website. I think it's in the description as well. And you can go on there and you can see the different levels. So we could do just your life path. We could do the five core numbers. There's several tiers of consultations or readings that we could do. So let me know what you're thinking. And I hope to talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.